If you run a clothing store and still rely on sizing charts, you are probably losing money and you don't even realize it. And that's what I want to talk about today is why sizing charts are outdated and there's a way better way to go about it. So this is the problem with sizing charts. So number one is the measurement myth. Sizing charts assume that customers measure themselves correctly, which obviously leads to a ton of room for error. And then the category trap. They assume bodies fit clean categories like small, medium, and large, but bodies are infinitely varied in height and proportions. And then the trust gap, they assume shoppers trust the numbers more than visuals. In today's visual first world, people need to see, not calculate how clothing will look on them. And this leads to hesitation and cart abandonment, which we have to eliminate if we want to see that high conversion rate. So why sizing chart worked back then. So they worked because shopping was slower and more deliberate and people had more time and their attention span was longer. And there was fewer brands, which meant less competition and high return rates were accepted as the cost of doing business. But now shoppers compare multiple brands in less than 2 minutes and TikTok and Instagram has trained customers to expect instant visual validation. So how do we actually fix this? So you go from guessing, will this fit me? How will this look? And then when you implement this new technology that I'll show you in a couple minutes, they can actually see what it will look like using virtual try-on technology. And then that transfers instantly into buying. And that's a huge part of having a store and actually selling clothing is the hardest part is actually raising that conversion up. We all know if we've all ran an online clothing store, if you get that up, you will see huge success. And this is how we're going to do it. And I just want to preface, this isn't about AI or cool tech. It's about showing instead of telling. It's about replacing mental gymnastics of sizing charts with instant visual clarity. So this is what happens when uncertainty disappears. You have hesitation drops, conversion is going to increase, and you're going to see the returns decrease as well. Without any further ado, you have seen all this, right? I've showed you all this information, but how do we actually change this? Let me show you right now. So in this store, there's a virtual try-on software called Elo. It is my brand. I developed this. It's taken me 7 months, and let me show you how it works. So let's say this is your clothing store. This is a demo store. Let's say I'm interested in a product and I want to try it on. I open the software. I can see this auto-populates with all of your pieces of clothing, by the way. So let's say I want to try on this green dress. I click the green dress, I upload an image of my body. So this is a just model, but upload an image of yourself and then click try on. Now, this is going to process this image and actually put the piece of clothing onto your body, eliminating all of the guesswork that we talked about previously. So you wait, it's about 5 to 7 seconds and you should see the result right now. There you go. You can just see how realistic this is. If we go to your wardrobe, you can see everything that I previously tried on and just how convincing this is. Like people want to buy stuff they look good in and want to buy stuff that they're confident in. And that is what this provides. And I really hope that this does change the online shopping experience for the store owner and the customer experience. So I hope with that, you find this software interesting. You really see the value in it like I do. And just understand what this can do for your store. I really appreciate you watching to the end. You can book a meeting with me in the description below or go to elo.services. Appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your day.